I'm in Cloughjordan and Karen Young is sitting with me here. She has her business, Karen Young Design, designing all different materials made of, is it wool or?
Wool and linen.
Wool and linen.
Yeah.
You are set in Cloughjordan, but you are selling on local markets, you are selling
Yes.
on online as well.
Yeah.
Will you tell me a bit, how did you come with idea of doing this thing? We have a bit of workshop behind us, you know, so you will see how she's producing some of the products. How did you come with the idea of doing it?
Basically, I've always loved to sew. I've always made things, different things, and I like making things that people enjoy using. So I started making things for the craft fairs, started with hats, moved on to purses and bags, and then I started making a few flowers, brooches and things. And then I saw the embroidery machine at the knitting and stitching show, so I had to have one, so I had to work out what I could do with that to justify its existence.
And now you have two?
So and now I have two, so I can run two at the same time. It saves a little bit of time on the production because I can set up one and then I can set up the other, but I have to mind them when they're running because I have a lot of thread changes and colour changes, and because I change the bottom thread with some of my products as well as the top, I couldn't buy a commercial machine that changes the colours for me.
You have your exhibition in a local shop just across the road.
Yeah, in the Middle Country Cafe.
And people can come and have a look there. If they're looking and searching for the products of yours, they can find it on Karen Young Design website.
They can order it from the exhibition itself for collection at the end of the exhibition. They can buy from me directly at the markets, or they can look at my website, which is karenyoung.ie, and there is a link there to a shop where you can buy online, and I post out from there.
That's direct link. So please tell me a bit about your product.
Butterflies is a fairly recent one because I developed a set. I was buying patterns for the embroidery machine, and I was buying patterns that you can embroider onto things, and then I discovered that you can buy patterns to just embroider onto something that dissolves away and creates an item in itself purely from embroidery thread. And I bought a couple of patterns for butterflies, but they were American ones, and I thought, well, we've got Irish butterflies, so I created patterns myself, and it did take quite a while, but I researched what the Irish butterflies were, where we find them, and what the patterns are on the top and the bottom side of the wings, and created a full set of Irish butterflies, which is what is in the exhibition. And I put them on brooches now that you can buy as an individual brooch on a card, or I can frame it and you can buy it to put on the wall as a set.
Okay, so your butterflies are actual copies of real butterflies that are just going around, we can see them in the nature?
Yes. So you can create your set of butterflies without interfering with nature. But now I have a full set of the Irish, and they're all done to scale, so I can embroider them at whatever size you like, but the collections are done life size. Yeah.
One thing is, people can pick up, this is not handmade because you are saying it's handmade, the machine is doing it for you, but again, amount of work, we see how you are practically making the card here, the machine is doing it itself, but all the design and then work folding and doing and improving things as well. So that's lots of manual work in it as well. But again, design is the one thing what you need to spend lots of time doing.
And you can't just plug it into a machine and expect the machine to make a card or to make a butterfly.
Yeah.
You have to mind the machine, and you have to keep threading the different colours and watch it as it goes and sort out the problems if the threads snag or the whole thing is minded by hand. With the embroidery machine, I like to embellish the wool patterns, which is not usually the thing you'd embellish, but I embroider the wool with a pattern with an applique design of birds, butterflies, animals, cats, dogs, whatever you like, and I will then use that either I can do it as a brooch, but I will also use those designs on purses and on handbags and creating different products that might benefit from a design on them rather than just a plain woolen product.
Where are you getting your woolen products from?
I get the wool from a couple of different sources. Mostly it's offcuts and end of rolls from the woolen mills. So I've got a lot currently in from Hamley's Woolen Mill, which is local to us in Neenah, just outside Neenah. I also have wool from the Donegal Woolen Mills, and I have some that I collected when I went down and visited Killarney. So lots of different, but it's all Irish. And then I'm using Irish linen. I'm buying in the cotton to line all the purses because all my purses are lined. I don't just use the wool. What you will also see, which we didn't talk about before, is I have a bin here. And this bin is the offcuts and the scraps. This one is the smallest offcuts. Those go into the compost. So they don't get thrown away. They get composted because it's natural. It's wool. It's wool and bits of paper and things. I collect all the other offcuts. I sew them together to make a piece of fabric, which I will then use to make bags and purses. So even some of the smallest pieces are sewn into a piece of fabric.
So you are not wasting anything.
I don't waste anything.
Absolutely everything is used 100% in your
don't waste
production.
anything.
Okay, you're a good woman for that. And you have some product lines for ladies and for men, as you mentioned now, these handbags that are really beautiful. And practically this is all recycled material going back to the production.
Yes.
And something for men, beautiful scarf. I noticed that. That's really, really special, very good. So what else do you have for men?
The scarves, the notebooks and bow ties.
And
so
few hats
they
as
want
well?
to dress out, and I have a few caps and hats as well, yes.
You have few of your products selling in the Hanley's shop as well, isn't it?
They will be going into Hanley's. They're not there yet, but they will be going into Hanley's. I also have locally, I have a number of products in the Sheila Nagig bookshop in Cloughjordan. Some of the smaller items, bookmarks and brooches and the butterflies on cards and some of the pictures. So they can be bought there. But again, you can always talk to them if you want a particular thing that you've seen, and they will arrange it with me, and you can buy it through the shop.
Would you create anything to order?
I do a lot of things to order, yes. If you want a specific item, if you want a particular type of bird or animal put onto an item, or if you want a particular card printed with, say, a wedding date and a design for a wedding or a retirement I've done recently for somebody. Again, yeah, I will take custom orders. I've done bookmarks for people with particular quotations that they like on the bookmark.
Okay, thank you very much. It was great experience for me to go around and see your work. It's really beautiful, and I never passed this window without looking into these things, and I really enjoyed your exhibition in local shop. So wishing you all the best, and I'll see you around again. Good luck with your products, and hopefully people will follow your success on Facebook, Instagram, Locus Focus, and check for website as well, because you can shop then through Etsy. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.